Wolle's personality is kind of how I see him in his riding, if that makes sense to anybody.
He's an incredible human being. He goes with the flow, but he can be a real grouch sometimes too. You see him with some of his best friends and they just are like, ah! And they just like fight, like they fight like brothers.
Stop fucking filming, bloody over it, you know?
Austrian?
Der Wolle aus dem Zillertal.
That's Wolle, you know, always on point.
Just super laid back, just super. He could get so stoked on something and so over it. Me and him are kind of the same way.
He's also very passionate about what he does, you know. He gets very pissed sometimes, but then 5 minutes later he's able to let it go, and that's a really good quality in a human being, I think. To have that passion for things, but not let it weigh you down, not let it bum you out and stick with you. You just kind of use the passion to create the good energy and the magic on the hill. Great person, for sure. One of my best friends. Wolle, the king of the aestheticer, super styler, right? Snowboarding, skateboarding, surfing. He's just got style on all the boards. He doesn't even live by an ocean, and yet he can surf better than like probably 80% of the people from California.
The Austrian legend. That guy's a true mountaineer. He really knows what he's doing in the backcountry.
He was one of the first guys that were really pushing the freestyle aspect in that sort of terrain, like riding really difficult lines and picking them apart and integrating cool airs and stuff. That's what I see when I look at Wolle's riding.
Wolle's riding style is he's a big mountain rider. You can see it in his gene, and he really knows how to ride the mountain, and also he's got that surf look to his style when he's riding snowboard, so it's really nice to see him like shred the mountain.
He's really creative and he picks way different features. My favorite things to watch of Wolle are his patterns. To me, Wolle has the best patterns in snowboarding. So hard to get a good shot of a good pattern, and Wolle always will nail it, just so slow, the slowest, coolest patterns. And I'll always try to do a pattern next to him, and mine's like this. Yeah, that's Wolle's riding style to me, just smooth and flowy.
And then he goes on and he builds his own bindingless boards, because he's like, the rest of it maybe gets a little boring, so he's like, oh, okay, you know, I gotta like make it more of a challenge, you know? So he starts going for like kick flips and big backside threes, huge cliffs, one-footers on his Asmo board. But he just has so much natural ability in moving sideways. It's incredible, you know?
He freaking kills it on it. I remember being up in Alaska with him and watching him ride a couple big lines on these little snow skates. I was pretty blown away with that.
I'm pretty sure anything he can snowboard on with his feet strapped in, he could do with his feet not strapped in, and that is pretty remarkable in my opinion.
He takes that knowledge of surfing, snowboarding, skateboarding, and he applies them all into his riding, you know, with whatever he's doing.
Wolle has the best turn in snowboarding. Like, shoot a camera at him just turning down a mountain and you're like, that's a fucking shot. That's going in your video part. You think about how many video parts he's had in Absinthe now. It's like 12 or so like full video parts that all have been amazing. And to have that many consecutive amazing video parts is a feat that like only a few people has ever pulled that off.
I have to mention Future Proof as the most memorable when we dropped in, and from his first turn on it slid, so he went on to the next wave. He had to go over a rock and ride the next part, and the whole pockets released again. That was one of those moments where you could see like how he could adapt and know his way around, which is not always easy in Alaska.
When he won the Rider of the Year award, I was really happy for him, and because he deserved it. All those years of shredding hard and pushing the sport, and I was stoked that he got rewarded. And we had a good party afterwards.
Man, it's the humble ninja, Wolle Nyvelt. Look at him, he's so nice and humble and cool and shit.
So I just want to say, I really appreciate it. Thanks to my sponsors, to Absinthe, Brusty, and yeah, that's it. Thanks.